How's it going, everyone? We are back with another episode, improving your game, whether it be Smash, Street Fighter, whatever. We're going to talk about reaction speeds today. Reaction time is something that a lot of people, they kind of blame their inherent abilities. If they can't react to something happens, they're like, well, I should have reacted. They immediately blame their natural reaction time. Although your natural reaction time is a big deal, it's not a huge deal, but it comes to play, right? There's way more to it, especially in fighting games. Now, let us switch over to this article. Now, I'll link this article in the description because I do not want to read it. It's not that long, but if I just sat here and read it, I'd be, just read it yourself. I'll link it for you. I'm going to give you a very shitty TLDR like I do with a lot of things, and that it talks about your mental stack, right? So here's the thought process of a new player. This is from the perspective of Street Fighter, right? What game am I even playing? Hey, it's Chun-Li, whatever. And you go through all these different thoughts while you're playing a game. So if you've ever played Street Fighter, when you first start, people just jump at you all day and you can't anti-air it. When you get better at the game, you'll get way better anti-airing, and it's not because your reaction time got better, it's because you got way better at clearing your mental stack. So if you look at it here, so what your mental stack is essentially how many things you're thinking about at once, right? If you're playing a game of Smash, and do you guys remember that video where we're talking about MKLeo's habits? If you don't, go watch it. It's a good video. I think it's like my first real analysis. But we saw how MKLeo consistently jumped out of shield. If you were to hit MKLeo's shield and he jumped, and you're like, oh, I should have punished that, but you didn't raw react to it, it's not because your reaction's bad. It's because you didn't expect him to do that option. If he does it again and you're literally waiting for it this time, chances are you already know the punish, right? Assuming you thought of the punish of how do you anti-air someone in Smash. Let's say you're playing Cloud, you jump up after him and you up air, right? So like, whoops, what is going on here? So reducing the size of your mental stack, right? So in Street Fighter, you notice your opponent's jumping, you think to yourself, I should anti-air that. Which move is right? You think of your character, which move's my anti-air? You finally remember, oh, it's when I have to press down and heavy punch. You try to do it, you already got kicked. Your mental stack, it took you too long to get to that process, right? As you get better, you notice your opponent's dumping, you don't even think. It's like autopilot crouching heavy punch. That happens in so many games. Your reaction time is not getting better, your mental stack is lowering, which allows you to react to more things. Things in fighting games are not always reactable. Jumping in Street Fighter is something that people say like everyone should be able to react to something. Yet at the highest level of play, a professional player will jump in on another professional player. Why is that? Because they probably baited them into like thinking that this is a footsie game now, right? Focus on my footsies. Your mental stack is on my footsies. Am I going to dash in? Am I going to crouching medium kick into like V-trigger 6 billion damage combo? And then all of a sudden he jumps and then the opponent's like, oh shit, I wasn't looking for a jump. It's not that your reaction time is so bad you can't react to a jump. It's that you're so focused on something else. So when it comes to reacting in games like Smash, Street Fighter, even in like CSGO, right? Or Valorant, if you're ever defending a bomb and you're just watching one area, you're watching one entrance to that bomb because your boys got your back, they got the other entrances. You're so focused on this one door that the second someone shows up, you can just click on them, right? Compare that to if you're trying to attack a bomb, you're by yourself. As soon as you enter that door, you have to look like right, left, up, down, whatever. You first have to find out where someone is, and then you have to go to click them. And it's like your mental stack, there's more to it, right? So that's like a very obvious example in like a shooter because you don't have to learn that, right? It's very obvious. If you're watching one area, it's easier to click than if you have to look around everywhere. But this applies to fighting games so much. People will often say things like, I can't react to rolls, I can't react to jumps in Smash, or I can't react to jumps in Street Fighter. You probably can. You're just not looking for them. You're not experienced enough, right? So I'll read the last part here. It's not about being, it's not about being about, am I blind or does this make sense? It's not about being about to perceive. It's not about being being about to perceive and react to everything. It's about being able to simplify the problem and removing the clutter from your brain that slows down your actions. It's experience that holds you back more than your inherent abilities. Now, this is the main part. I don't want to go off too much about it because I really suggest that you read this whole article by yourself because they narrow it down very good. I'm trying to give you the quick TLDR, right? If you're thinking of too much, you will react to less things because your brain, it's not like a computer where you can just switch tasks instantly, right? You have to kind of be focusing on one thing that you want to react to. So it's experience that holds you back more than your inherent abilities. It's a good quote. And I'm going to show an example in a second, but there's something else here that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, another thing, when you get good enough at just knowing, like if you've watched my older videos about doing your homework, you should already know how to deal with every situation instead of trying to problem solve. He talks about this in this as well, in this article, but I've talked about this in other videos. If you're trying to problem solve during the game, it won't work. Like, you're already a step behind. You don't go to a test at school and like try to just figure out the answer as you're there, unless it's like something where a process involved. But you need to know the answers and then do the test, right? So you need to know the answers. Eventually there's no overhead for inputting a move, right? So this is the important part. Why did I highlight that? Your muscle memory will have that covered for you. If you already know the answer, your muscle memory, you've already like dug it into your brain, your muscle memory knows the answer. Eventually you won't have to run all the calculations on which move to answer someone with. You'll just skip to the important part and you'll hit the button, right? Very important. There was something else I wanted to talk about. This is a big thing if you ever try playing Marvel vs. Capcom. Just watching it, your head will hurt. You're like, what's happening? There's no way I could ever play this game. There's too much going on. But if you actually play Marvel enough, you'll get to a point where it's very easy to just focus on one thing that you're trying to adapt to. So my quick example here. This is a video of mine, Mikey D. Luffy. I suggest you like it just like I did. I'll do it again just to show you how it's done. I gotta plug myself once every video, right? It's becoming a thing. In this video, we're watching Choco against Kuro. What happens here, right?
But he decides to
Boom.
shield.
Oh, I should mute myself. I don't want to hear myself twice. So what happens? Choco hits Kuro's shield with a nair. He rolls. You might be thinking, if you're Choco, you're like, I can't react to these rolls, man. This guy just rolls out his shield. I can never react to rolls. I'm not good enough to react to rolls. Okay, so maybe that's right, but it's not, right? Spoiler, he just needs to know, right? So I'm not even pausing, right? So last time Kuro rolled, 547, and Choco could not react to it. 547 on the clock. Let's watch this. Let the game play again. Oh. And right here. 7 seconds later, Choco will now react to the roll. Did his reaction time improve in the last 7 seconds? No. He knows what to look for. He just hit Kuro's shield, and now he realized, oh shit, this guy rolls out of shield a lot. So now he does not have to just raw react to a roll out of nowhere. Look. Alright, the song's getting a little... we'll go back to this one. If you want to check out this music, Phantom Persona 5 Lo-Fi by Dizzy Inc. I'll link it in the description, as I always do. So yeah, 7 seconds later, he hits the shield. Very similar situation. Last time it was a near, this time it was a bear. And he ran. He just ran to the spot. He didn't have to react to this roll and be like, oh, is my reaction time fast enough? He just knew. As soon as he knew that was happening, he started his run early. He then sees the roll. He's already prepared for the answer. His answer is up smash. He's just like such a more simple concept than like trying to raw react to something, right? So if you watch that video where I watched Leo against Tweak, and Tweak starts punishing Leo's jumps out of shield, but he doesn't do it at the start. He does it towards the end. Tweak's reaction time doesn't get better. He just starts realizing what he needs to look for, right? You may say, oh, now it becomes a read, but it's not the case. You're still trying to react to the thing you want to punish. You're not. Choco's not just running there and charging up smash. He's running there, realizes the roll came, and now reacts to it, right? So this is something you can take into like any game you play, right? If there's something that you need to react to, it is much easier to react to it when you assume it's coming. This is like a lot of people say they can't react to footsies, or they can't play footsies on Street Fighter because they don't have the reactions. When you know that, like, I'm trying to think of a character, we'll just say Ryu in Street Fighter 5, even though no one plays that dog shit character. If he goes to the range and you know this matchup so well, where his crouching medium kick is exactly this range, right? I'm using my fingers, but obviously in game it'd be different. As soon as Ryu enters that range, and now you're thinking to yourself, he's going to crouching medium kick. This is the range of Ryu's crouching medium kick. So you back off just a tad, and now you don't have to raw react to a random medium kick. You're expecting it, right? It is much easier to whiff punish when it's halfway out and you're like, oh, there it is, and you already know your whiff punish, right? So yeah, quick, did I close the mental stack thing? This was a quick little TLDR. I highly suggest you read it all because he explains it way better than I do. I'm just trying to give you quick examples of in-game stuff as well. So yeah, I hope this helps you work on reaction time. And yeah, really, really give this article a read. See you guys next time.